Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Full Damage on the Mindcrack server. Today we're picking up from the last episode, yester episode. Coming out of the nether, we are working on the maze some more, and then we are working on the back courtyard as well. Basically making some walls and making some upper levels and exciting things. That's about it for what we're working on. So I recently came across a thing the other day called Memrise, and it's essentially a tool to help you learn things, mainly languages. And you basically have a lesson, and then you have you have to wait 4 hours, I believe it is, and then you review your lesson and kind of have a test on it. And that's so far what I've seen of it. I'm using it to learn Japanese now. To be honest with you, it feels like you're memorizing the language, which you shouldn't do when you're learning a language, at least not in my opinion. To become truly fluent in a language, you need to actually think in that language. And then, say if someone wants you to translate, then that's a completely different skill to learn. Memorize feels like you are memorizing the language, which is kind of why I've not used it as much as I thought I was going to. But you can check it out. It's memrise.com. It's good for, say, other things. They have lessons with programming and math and things like that. So it might be good for those, I believe. I haven't personally tried it for those. But like I said, to learn a language, it's better to literally think in the language. Put post-its around your house on various objects that say, the word. That's how we learn as kids. We learn by association. Technically, we have memorized our language in a way, but we've memorized it so much that it is just the language we think in. So you associate it with various objects, like your mama's crowding over you going, "Can you say mama, mama, mama?" And you learn mama is your mum. There you go. Seamless transition into the courtyard. Anyway, learning languages, yes. Japanese is something that I've trying to learn for a long time, or I've wanted to learn for a long time. I tried for a good couple of months or so, and then I kind of stopped a little bit, which was also a bad thing. Never stop with a language. Like, if you didn't speak English for God knows how many years, you would probably forget a lot of English. I haven't tried that because I need to speak, but but yeah, just don't memorize a language. A word association is the way to go, or object word association, I suppose. But anyway, learn how you learn. I'm not a teacher. I'm just going by what I think is right. It's why I think a lot of language classes in schools don't do very well, is because it's all memorization. And even worse, it's in textbooks as well, so I don't know. Anyway, talking also of languages, being in Canada for pushing a year now, I've kind of picked up on French. French is the language I basically knew nothing of before I got here, but Canada is a bilingual country, and living right on the Quebec border, I interact with quite a few French people. I haven't had to serve a customer that's like strictly French and they don't speak anything else. In fact, I've served more customers that speak English here than I ever did in England. So, but I have picked up on certain words, and when a customer does speak French and very little English, I can kind of pick out what they're trying to say. I never thought that was going to happen, but just being in a country, listening to the language, even for just the short amount of time I have been, and even as infrequently as I have been, you do pick up on the language. It's interesting in that way, I think. Um, there you go. If you want to learn a language, go to the country and live there, but never move country. My advice is very conflicting, isn't it? Hmm. Um. Anyway, also in Canada, being here, listening to all the Canadian accents, I can actually hear my own accent now. It's very weird. Like, it's not all the time, but certain phrases and certain conversations, I can hear my own accent. That's something you never do. To yourself, you never have an accent. Ever. But I can hear it now. It's really, really strange. Just listen to yourself speak compared to, say, some movies or TV shows or other people in your country or who you speak to who speak in a different accent, and just listen to yourself and hear the certain inflections and phrases and emphases you put on words, and you can hear it. And like I said, it's just weird. It's so kind of disconcerting that you can hear yourself. Like, even on the Mindcrack server, if you're American, listen to, say, Badge or Shri or myself, and if, say, you're English, then listen to Team Canada or Team America or Team whatever we have now. Like, you can probably tell just by listening to people on the server. But yeah, it's strange. Like, the Canadian accent seems normal to me now. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird just hearing me. But anyway, enough of words and languages and accents and such. The castle, the important thing that's been taking over my life for like 2 years now, maybe at least a year. I don't know, when did we change map and then move away from Spawn Town? I don't remember, but it's been a very long time. Anyway, the plans. I released an image on the subreddit, Mindcrack subreddit, just detailing the plans. There's an island to the south of the castle, I believe, which is a very large island. It's kind of like Spawn Town. It's separated from the mainland by a river. I think it's comparable in size to Spawn Town as well. You can see the maps and you can see the plans on subreddit, or on the subreddit, the most subreddit. But yeah, it's my plans are to turn that island into a town, and the desert that's to the northwest, I think. This is assuming the map is in correct orientation. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe it's to the northwest. There's a huge desert, roughly the size of the castle, I would imagine, which I plan to turn into a dense forest, which should be fun. And there's also just next to the archery range at the very top to the north is a snow biome, which I would like to get rid of, and stop the snow. So I'm going to control the weather too. And then last but not least, north of the courtyard here, the large courtyard, I plan to have some kind of a stadium which would house various events through the castle. It's kind of like how Hogwarts hosted the Tri-Wizard Tournament Majigga. Kind of in the same kind of vein there. They have a Quidditch stadium and things like that, like a stadium for the school. So we'll see about that. I also plan to build like an intercontinental railway, but not out of minecarts, like actually a full-scale railway. It won't move, admittedly, but like you could actually go inside the trains. There'll also be a minecart either running next to it or running in between or something. But like it's the main train. But yeah, that's the plans. Whether I complete it, and how much I complete I don't know, because it is very ambitious, and there will be a map reset at some point. We'll see how much I actually manage to do. And the record that I have been keeping so diligently of the castle. Let's see here. First, we'll do the deaths. So there's been 57 deaths in total, 15 different kinds of deaths. I can go through them in order, but that would be very boring. So, what I have here is an analysis of all the deaths. So, 40.4% of the time, 23 times it's happened, I have fallen to death. Some of those may be ender pearls. I wasn't very organised with this list at first. On number two, and rank second, 12.3% frequency, 7 occurrences is starving to death. So Fool by far is way in the lead. It's what would that be, 16 or more than the top one, which is basically a quarter of all the deaths combined. Frequency 7%, and rank third is skeletons with 4 occurrences. And tied in third is pearl and starving too, so ender pearls. Rank 4, tied with 5.3% frequency, 3 times it happened, is a creeper and a spider. Not at the same time, that would be very, very unfortunate, but you know. Rank 5th, tied, 3.5%, 2 times it's happened, is a zombie and a zombie pigman, which is kind of interesting that they both happened 2 times and they're both a zombie. Anyway, 1.8, rank 6, 1.8% of the time, 1 occurrence is suffocated in a block, drowned, ender, which I'm assuming might be an ender pearl or an enderman, an enderman, and blew up, which I'm assuming might be a creeper. Like I said, not the best record keeping of this. I can also tell you that on July 27th we had 5 deaths, which is a lot of deaths. And that's the most I've had in one day. October 24, what the hell's 10k? 10k full spider. I don't know what that means. Whatever. Like I said, not the best record keeping, but yeah, that's what happened with the death. Blocks, on the other hand, very interesting. I've kept these as best I can. So we've used 32 birchwood stairs, 24 birchwood slabs, 1 enchanting table, 488 darkwood logs, 12 beds, 1 chiseled stone brick, 12 moss stone brick, 868 glowstone, 4,320 oak leaves, 1,101 gravel, 24 darkwood logs, 840 darkwood slabs, 1,403 darkwood stairs, 6,346 white wool, 2 stone buttons, 12 wooden buttons, 375 cobble walls, 13 wood pressure plates, 12 darkwood stairs, 320 jungle planks, 140 jungle wood stairs, 3,893 jungle wood slabs, 6,889 basic wood, that's the normal log, 2,860 normal planks, 1,677 wood stairs, 983 wood slabs, 24,676 stone bricks, 667 fences, 181 gates, 1,166 stone brick slabs, 66,968 stone, 275 sandstone, 4 sandstone slabs, 4 buttons, 9 iron bars, 19 cobble steps, 6 cauldrons, 37 wooden doors, 5 levers, 17 trapdoors, 53 mossy, 1,751 stone slabs, 279 cobble slabs, 1,811 cobble, 1,105 glass panes, 340 stone brick stairs, 1,986 nether brick stairs, 6 nether fences, 264 cobble stairs, 24 glass, 207 chests, 250 nether brick, 42 orange wool, 38 green wool, 43 brown wool, 23 yellow wool, 74 red wool, 32 purple wool, 124 workbenches, 418 bookcases, 5 paintings, 2 dirt, 1 sapling, 1 yellow flower, 222 cracked stone brick, 100 smooth sandstone, 56 ladders, 2 iron doors, and a partridge in a pear tree. That in total, with the what I would call a proper block, that's like nothing fancy like a cauldron or a door or a bed or a half slab or saplings or whatever, just a basic block that's 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter and was 1 texture on all faces, apart from grass, I suppose, and maybe some others. Proper blocks is 118,204. Now that would be meters cubed as a volume, so 118,204 meters cubed, roughly quarter of the volume of the largest supertanker in the world, which is a lot of volume. As their surface area, so that'd be 6 faces on each, 709,224 meters squared, roughly 1.1 times the Pentagon floor area, or roughly 1.6 times the floor of the Vatican City, surface area of the Vatican City. And as all their edges, that's 2 edges for each face, would be 1,418,448 meters, which is roughly 881.4 miles, which is roughly 0.82 the radius of the moon, and 0.88 the distance the proclaimers would walk when they would walk to fall down at your door, which is a lot. Yes, large numbers for the castle. I'd like to make some graphs and things for it too, and I'd like to take better recordings next time I build a castle, and I'd also like to include these recordings in the library as well. But yes, that's it. That's the craziness of my castle, with a huge area that it covers. As always, thank you very much for watching. Oh, one more thing. The actual, the secret bonus stuff in the last episode. I believe I had 1 person comment on it. And that was it. It's 1 person. I'm disappointed, honestly. Thought maybe more of you might see it. But anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you all next time.